Oradell, New Jersey is a borough in Bergen County, New Jersey, just a quick ride away from New York City. So it attracts a lot of New York City commuters and North Jersey workers alike. In this video, we'll break down the pros and the cons of Oradell, New Jersey. That way you know whether or not it's where you want to live next. If you get anything about Oradell, New Jersey at any point during this video, please drop it a like. And if you want to see more reviews about towns and what it's like to live in Bergen County, subscribe to the Mr. Sellers Homes YouTube channel. That way you don't miss a beat. My name is Tyler Sellers, and this video is Oradell, New Jersey. As per usual, we have the town of Oradell, New Jersey right here outlined in red. You can see there's a train station right in the heart of town. And as I zoom out, you can see the vicinity to New York City. We have Manhattan right here. So to get to Oradell, you simply cross the George Washington Bridge. You take Route 4 and you hop on Kendrick Mack right through River Edge, and boom, you're in Oradell. Now, Oradell's location is fantastic because not only are you close to New York City, but you're close to a lot of outdoorsy parks and recreation. And then you're right next to Paramus, which is the shopping hub of Bergen County with 3 of the area's premier malls. There's a ton of dining options all throughout Bergen County, as well as within Oradell on Kendrick Mack Road. The location, it's fantastic. And it's a very residential and quaint vibe that you get in Oradell. So while you're close to the city, you definitely know that you're in the suburbs. Now, as someone who's grown up in Bergen County, what is my personal take on Oradell, New Jersey? Well, I know for a fact that Oradell, New Jersey is right on the echelon of a premier town or a upper middle class town. So there is a mixture of both types of people in Oradell, but you're not going to see crazy $1 million homes. You will see some $1 million homes, but you're not going to be getting up into the 2s and 3 millions. And then on the other hand, it's going to be very hard to find a home in Oradell for less than around $525,000. So it's definitely an upper middle tier town, or it could be considered on the bottom of the premier towns list if you're kind of comparing all the other towns in Bergen County. I think it's a great town to raise a family. It's a great town if you want to be a New York City commuter. And it's a great town if you just want a single family home with a nice property and tree-lined streets. Diving into the history of Oradell, we can see that this borough of about 8,000 people is snuggled up right against the Oradell Reservoir on the Hackensack River between Emerson and New Milford. It was a town incorporated in 1894 as Delford, New Jersey. I'd never heard of that one before. It was Daniel Demarest, Oradell's second mayor, who is credited with giving the community its present name. Oradell's got a population of about 8,161 people and a median household income of $144,000. And the number of households in town is just under 3,000 at 2,800. Diving into the employment graph, we can see that 68% of the workers in Oradell are considered white collar, with the other 32% blue collar. On this cost of living map presented to us by bestplaces.net, we can see that Oradell has this darker magenta color, which means that it is on the higher end of the scale as far as how expensive a place can be. But you can see, like I was saying, there are some premier towns in New Jersey considered on that top echelon. And those are Hohokus, Ridgewood, Saddle River, Upper Saddle River, Alpine, Haworth, Englewood Cliffs. We do have tiers of towns in New Jersey, and Oradell is almost in that top tier, just not quite. So it's a great area for maybe a first-time home buyer who wants a very nice town for their first home, and they don't want to necessarily go into the keeping up with the Joneses territory. I did run some proprietary statistics to find out the median sold price for Oradell, New Jersey over the past 12 months, which is $715,000. And the average sold price is a bit higher with $761,000. And that will get you a house that might not be fully updated, but it's definitely move-in ready. So you can live in it, but it might not be at the standard of HGTV that you're necessarily looking for. So if you want to get a really nice house in Oradell, you're looking at closer to the 900,000 plus range. And if you want a fixer-upper, you can expect to get something around 550,000 or less. Now, Oradell is not only a great town because of its great location, but it's also got this great outdoor vibe. So you can see that the parks and public spaces on the Oradell, New Jersey website, there's a lot going on in town. You do have 5 parks: the Doug Parcells Athletic Complex, Grant Field, Hoffman Field, Memorial Field, and Shira Park. And then you have an ice skating pond actually in the winter at Memorial Park, as well as the Van Buskirk Island County Park, which is pretty cool because it's where the old New Jersey Hackensack Reservoir water processing plant was. And now that's all abandoned, considered historical sites. So you can actually go check out all of the many bird species. You also have the Oradell Reservoir, which borders Hallworth. So you get to walk around that reservoir and you actually enter Hallworth as well, which is one of those premier towns that we were talking about earlier. And then you do have a swim club, and you have the Hackensack Golf Club, which I used to caddy at as a little kid. So it's a great private golf club. It is pretty exclusive, but it does add a lot of value to the town, and a lot of people know about Oradell because of this golf club. For the rest of the parks and rec scene, there is a recreation committee, and there's also a lot of sports and recreation opportunities for all the little ones. You can see the list right here on the screen. Now, the main reason that people might be considering Oradell is because they know about the Oradell school system. And what I see in the school system is that people really like the value that you get in Oradell. Like I said, you're not in that premier echelon, but you get a school system that rivals or beats a lot of those really nice towns' schools. So you do have 3 schools that you'd be sending your children to if you choose the public school option. And that's the elementary school, middle school, high school. As you can see right here, we have the elementary school does offer grades pre-K through 6. And I like to look at the student teacher ratio. Right here, we have 11-1, which is on par with what most people want in a school system. Then going on to the middle school, it's the Riverdale Middle School. It's actually in River Edge. So once you get to middle school, you enter the Riverdale school system, no longer the Oradell school system, where you share schools with River Edge and Oradell, both neighboring towns with a lot in common. This Riverdale Middle School in River Edge is a fantastic school as well. Look it up, you'll see the ratings, and it's got a student teacher ratio again of 11-1. And then you go to the Riverdale High School, which is now in Oradell, and the Riverdale High School has fantastic athletic and academic programs with a student teacher ratio of 11-1. So 11-1 ratios across the board. Very highly regarded school system. Check out the reviews. I'm not just saying this. I'm not trying to get you to move here, but people often consider Oradell because they hear about how good the school systems are. That's just what I hear, and I'm relaying the message. Now, diving into the real estate in Oradell, you can see there are very beautiful tree-lined streets. It does have a very suburban feel. It's a little bit compact, but it's pretty sparse compared to the rest of the Bergen County towns in this price range especially. Going through town, you can see it is mostly single-family homes. And then on Kinderkamak Lane, you'll see that we do have a lot of commercial storefronts. We have the train station, and a lot of the infrastructure may seem a little bit older, but it's quite nice, and the residents and store owners here are very friendly and keep up with the times. Regarding property taxes, Oradell does have a tax rate of 2.696% on that median home of $715,000 that we looked at earlier, right? Median home, $715,000. I actually found a home that sold for $715,000 within the last 6 months, and the taxes, the property taxes on that property were $13,543, up $200 from the year before, to give you a gauge at what kind of property taxes you'll be looking at for a median priced home in Oradell. Regarding the commute, you do have a fantastic commute. It is very easy via train with just a quick ride to Secaucus Junction, where you can transfer and get to Penn Station, no problem. And then there is a bus route as well. It's about the same amount of time. Some people prefer the train, some people prefer the bus. I personally have always been a bus guy because I feel like these buses from Bergen County get you to the city so quickly. So you can see the bus ride right here is 45 minutes. That includes a 3-minute walk, so you're looking at a 42-minute bus ride. As far as restaurants go, you will see a assortment of restaurants scattered along Kinderkamak Road, and there's going to be plenty of other dining options in nearby towns of Paramus, New Milford, River Edge, Westwood, etc. So you do have plenty of dining options, quite a few in town, but you do have a lot outside of town as well. One thing to note is that Oradell is home to Bergen Catholic, one of the most famous North Jersey private schools, and it's known for its academics as well as its athletics especially. And you do have some big dogs in the NFL and other professional sports leagues, all from Bergen Catholic High School. this is an option in town, but you'll notice that a lot of people just know about Oradell because of Bergen Catholic. Lastly, regarding the weather, the entertainment and nightlife, the safety of the town. Look, the weather in New Jersey, especially Bergen County, you have mild both springs and falls, you have hot summers, and you have cold winters. We didn't get too much snow in the winter from 2022 to 2023, but we do usually expect at least 2 or 3 snowfalls per winter. So the weather is great. I do like the seasonality. You get 4 seasons. It's quite beautiful, and it really gives you a pace of exactly how fast life is moving. When I lived in California and the weather's the same every day, I didn't get that. So I really do value living here in New Jersey and having that seasonality. Oradell is known as a very safe town. I don't think that you're going to have any issues in Oradell. Of course, things do happen, and I advise you lock your doors no matter where you live. Finally, regarding the entertainment and nightlife, look, there's not too much to do in Oradell. There's a couple local bars as well as local bars in neighboring towns, but a lot of people who want to have fun and they live in Oradell, they'll get down to Hoboken, they'll get over to New York City, and there you literally are in an adult playground, so you can do whatever you want, have all the fun you want, and you're about a $50 to $60 Uber home. So really not too bad. If you're interested in Oradell, look, I got an exclusive list of homes. It's actually my preferred available options on the market right now. I update this list all the time, and I'm happy to send it over to you. You can find all the information in the link down below. Again, if you got anything out of this video, please leave it a like. And if you want to find out more about other Bergen County towns and what it's like to live in Bergen County, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you do not miss a beat. My name is Tyler Sellers from 2 Win Realty in Fort Lee, New Jersey. And thank you for watching my video about Oradell, New Jersey.